Okay, let's look at this quick test that we did for my set this week. And first of all, we're going to look at this question here. Mr. Jones takes out a loan of £2,000 to refund the refit of his VW camper. He'll repay it over 4 years at 5% per annum. Calculate his monthly repayments and his total repayment and the interest charged. So if we put it into, if you remember, menu, you go into financial here, and then we press, if we go exit, let's just get exit out here. F2 compound interest, you don't need to use the amortization F4, just go into F2 compound interest. Now over 4 years, there will be 48 months. So the number of payment, because he's doing one each month, the number of payments will be 48, 4 times 12. So N will equal 48. The interest rate is 5%. And he's taken out a loan of £2,000. And he wants to repay it all, so he wants to get to 0. And his payments wants 12 payment cycles a year. And then the interest gets calculated monthly. Okay. So, and the final value is 0. We put PMT, which is the payment schedule, as 0 because we don't know it. But if we press this, it calculates it for us. And we can see it's £46 and 6p. So we can now find his total repayment. So what we do is we go exit. Let's go menu 1. And we can just do that. So we can just do 46.06 times 48 is how much he repays. And that's 2,210.88. Now if you use the exact amount, I think it comes out as 81. Okay. The interest charge, well, he paid 2,000. The loan was £2,000. Take that away, and the interest charge is £210. You could work out the interest rate on that. The way I would do it is normally I don't even bother taking off the 200, just work it out. But it seems we've got the interest. We can just calculate that and divide by 2,000. And you get it's 10.5%, but it doesn't ask for the percentage interest that's been charged. Right, for the second question we did, we had to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of 2, 3 and 6, 2. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find the midpoint of those 2 points. So let's just imagine what 2, 3 and 6, 2 might be like. So 2, 3 might be there, 6 and 12, 6, 12 will be over here. And we want to find the midpoint, and we want to find the line that cuts them in half, because that is what the perpendicular bisector is. So the midpoint, if you know your formula, is going to be 2 plus 6 over 2, and then 3 plus 12 over 2. So we get a midpoint of 8 over 2 is 4, 15 over 2 is 7.5. So that's our midpoint. We now know where that is. Next, we want to find the gradient of these 2 points. Let's call them A and B, just to make our life easier so we don't have to keep writing everything out again. So we can find the gradient of AB. So we change in Y, so 12 minus 3 over the change in X, which is 6 minus 2. So we get 9 over 4. Now, that's the gradient of AB, but we want the gradient of the perpendicular. So we want the gradient of the perpendicular to 2AB. And that's just going to be minus 1 over that. Okay, minus 1. If we do minus 1 over the gradient of the line, then that gives us the gradient of the perpendicular to the line. So that's just the same as flipping this upside down and changing the sign. Okay, to get minus 4/9. Now the equation of a line is given by y minus y1, and y1's a point on the line. Now a point on the line is our midpoint. That's how you have to work it out. Okay, we know that midpoint is on this line here. So a point on the line, our y value on that line is 7.5. Take that away from y, equals the gradient minus 4 over 9 times by x minus 4. To get that part. And that is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. We could rearrange it and write it in a different format, but if all it asks you for is the equation, then this is good enough.